great. I can't believe it. I've done something every week for 8 weeks. Amazing. It's amazing what can happen when you get committed to happy. So for those that have using happy for basically at the time. So today's a little bit more of that. Last week we spoke about the need clearing. Now, again, for those that haven't or don't know about it, basically it's a bit strange. Exactly what to the point was is the co-founder of Access Consciousness. We'll tell you about, as well as just know that Gary Douglas is the founder of business, and really changed my world. The thing about Access is really just pragmatic to change anything in your life. Just, it takes the hard out of life and it connects you to easy and choosing happy. Started wherever you are at, right? That's possible considered yet. Everything we destroy uncredited. Right, wrong, all 9 shorts, boys. So, some people kind of go, how do you destroy uncredited? Oh, no, that doesn't work. Just create, not destroy. So destroying uncredited is basically just destroying that which create points of view or create structures or forms in your life that you're no longer actually choosing. So what would it take for more money to show up today, for example? So the energy arises from what would it take? Money to other lifetimes, grow some trees. Well, actually, one of the things about us, to actually get tools access is that one thing was just an interview. One of the things that Gary relationship with people. Now, what that means is, for example, a husband and wife, if they wake up every morning or you might have judged something they said, or maybe they didn't do what you thought they would, or whatever it is. Let's really bring contraction to a relationship with an expansion. So, but it is true as far as a lot of people bring in so much stuff from the past and they perpetrate that on their partners instead of starting brand new every day. So what would it take and what would it look like if you actually destroyed and uncreated your relationship with your partner, your business associate, your company, your children? What if you could just choice is yours, choosing happy. Maybe you could choose happy every 10 seconds. No, that would be too easy. Okay, let's get to some questions. The iHappy app You can't make anything wrong that you haven't been or done. And we have been and done it all. So what if there was no right and no wrong? Beautiful fire out in nature. That's nice. But cigarette smoke? Mm-mm. And to the point where I'd hold my breath and walk past people in shops, or try and kind of cross the road if I could. And that, well, what if past life? I'm sure I have judged smokers. I'm sure when I was a smoker, I was judged. So, you know, what if all of those things that happen in this life have allowed you to create music, just create I ran the two things. The first thing was interesting point of view to have that point of view. So every time I'd see someone's, you know, smoking or whatever, I would just say to myself, interesting point of view that I have that point of view, interesting point of view that I have that point of view, interesting point of view that I have that point of view, interesting point of view. And I kept saying that till it lightened up, till I felt the energy become expansive. And the other one was destroying and uncreating as well, which really super, super helped. We've been there and done that anyway in some lifetime. So what if you just had an interesting point of view about it? And what if there was no good or bad or right or wrong, just awareness? So I can kind of hear all the people out there, or some of the people out there going, hang on a minute, what if it's something really bad that they're doing? For example, and car parked in front of me, and there was this car, and really in slow motion, like, you know, along the side, and I felt my body kind of just going to the glove box to get a notepad to write down so I could leave it on the car at the you know, and see if it's light or true for you. Because the old me prior to Access would have gone, that's not right. What's happened is really wrong. If I was out and someone saw that happening to my car, I would want them to, you know, note the number down and stick it on for that person I don't even know. So I found myself reaching for this notepad, and as I did, because I'd done, you know, Access for a couple of years, I was like, hang on a minute, what's actually true for me here? And I sort of went into, what would this create? So if I actually did this, what would it create? And it felt really heavy. And then I just sort of around, what is applied here? How can I contribute here? And it feel lighter to actually burn on the car, heavier, and it was heavy. So I don't know. I mean, I'm not God. I don't know. Maybe you scratched a car last week. Maybe you know, maybe it was the impetus he needed to sell the car because it was going to kill him or kill a child on the road. I don't know. But when you actually function from awareness rather than you know, but now I know different for me. Okay, so everything that is, blah, 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 right, wrong, good, bad, popcorn, and shorts. Really choosing here, and what could I choose? So again, you know, so many people live in autopilot, guys. What if you had choice to choose in every second, which is actually a choice that you do have. You know, I was in a car with an amazing access facilitator, and she was saying to me, you know, she really loves the fact that she has choice. It just excites her that she actually gets to choose. It doesn't matter if she doesn't, she just knows she has. I delivered it with an energy. I just went, wow, that's true. We can choose anything in every second. So what if when you do choose something, you could actually ask, what am I really choosing here? And what could I choose? And I'll throw another one in, you know, what would this create if I chose it? Would my life expand or contract? Does it match the energy of the life I'm choosing? And everything is thinking in itself is a limitation. So I love that when Gary and Dan say that, you know, that there's so much that I thought was possible, and it's not looking anything like I thought it would. So guys, you know, maybe if it feels like for you, give up the thinking and start functioning from perceive, know, be, and receive. Okay, we're going to just do a couple more questions because I really want to get into the need stuff that my friend Gail and I came up with over a cuppa and lunch the other day. So let me just flick through and see. Oh, I love this one from Dr. Dane. Okay. What if everything you bought as true from others actually isn't? What if there is something that is true for you that is different from all of that? What if I told you you will? Would you be willing to step into that knowing right now? Is there anything that prevents you stepping into the knowing that you truly be? Will you destroy and uncreate all of that, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine, shorts. Love that. On the chat. Really cool to bring in the conversation. How I, you know, with the car accident. If I won't, not because I don't care, because I care. Because it's not my place to contribute when it's not wanting to contribute. God, I feel like I'm just going blah, blah, blah this morning. Maybe I am. Maybe I am doing a lot of blah, blah. So any blah, blahs that I'm doing, apologies. Okay, so with the need clearing, if anything's showing up in your world, it's because there's a need. Okay, so again, if something's in your world, there's a need for it to show up. And a lot of times people have resistance to that being true. Why would there be a need for me to solve problems or relate problems? You know, why would I choose that? And one of the things in Access we talk about is really to say why really kind of just loops you around like one of those hamsters, you know, on the wheels. You feel like you're going somewhere. Yay, I'm going somewhere, really traveling. No, I'm not really traveling. So that's kind of what the why does. You know, why don't you love me? No, probably not a good question to ask. What else is possible here? How much better can it get? Probably a better question to ask. Okay, just saying. Okay, so with need, the first clearing that came up week was what invention am I using for the needs I am choosing? Good back popcorn. Our work. So what invention am I using for the need of worry I am choosing, or the need of financial disaster I am choosing, whatever, you know, thank you. We've played with a few things and I've written them all down and I'm going to go through them super fast And if any of them read for you, please, ask yourself, would it be a contribution for you to run that maybe, 1,000 times, or maybe, 30 or 40 times a day for quite a few months. It's all the clearing axis are absolutely incredible, but this need one in particular has really brought up so much awareness for me and the other people in Access. Okay, so the first thing that we came up with, actually I'll just run through them. Okay, so we'll start with a biggie. What invention am I using for the need of shock, trauma, drama, disease, destruction, separation, war, conflict, chemical sensitivities, and anything and everything else I am choosing? Everything. What invention am I using for the need of barriers I am choosing? Everything that is, right, wrong, good, bad, pop, cool, nine, shorts, boys and beyonds. So, one of the things I've been really working the muscle on is just how many barriers I've got up to people and places, and and when you put up barriers to other people or other people's needs, that's what was needs kind of I bet there's a lot of stuff around that. That is, so all the places where you put up barriers to being needed or being needed. Okay, so or are you using for so what are significance? Everything that organizations and beyond. Are you using for the need of defending for and against? Are you choosing? Are choosing? That online the need to be validated, to be heard, to be understood. Choosing everything that is right, wrong, good, bad, pop, or nine shorts. Station are you using for the need to fit in, for comfort, for reassurance, the need for a relationship? Because we're kind of getting those. I'm kind of linking in a lot of words. Do doggy, which is like, when you tell a dog something you don't understand, they go, you've been hit by a Mack truck. Like, what did she just say? That's probably a word that reads to you. What about you? Relationship, life and living, consciousness, communion, you are choosing. Everything that is, right, wrong, good, bad, pop, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. You know what I'm thinking? We've got a few. Like we went a bit. Look, yes, we went a bit crazy. I don't know whether you can see that actually. Anyway, lots of words. I might just put a bit in next week. So I'll just tune into the ones that read to do. Okay. So what invention am I using for the need of money problems I am choosing? Everything that is, right, wrong, good, bad, pop, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. What invention am I using for the need of financial security, for success, for failure? Am I choosing? everything that is, right, wrong, good, bad, pop, rock, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Okay. What invention am I using for the need of distractions, pain, conclusions? Okay, so and the last one that I came up with Gail was, in Access we talk about infinite being. We're infinite beings, and infinite beings. And if you're doing thought, feelings, or emotions, they're kind of the lower harmonics of infinite being. So, excuse me. So when you're, say when you're feeling something, instead of going into the feeling of it, perhaps just ask, what am I perceiving here that I'm not willing to receive? Or just okay, so then you go into that yourself and you wonder why you're still feeling so, not great. And actually just in that moment, okay, Truth, what am I actually perceiving here? And then you'll get the energy of whatever it is that you can, or whatever it is that makes a little sense. Okay, so for the last few minutes, what we're going to do is the energy ball. So we actually, just see, that's interesting. Closeness here too. Yeah, so the energy ball is an Access consciousness tool, and really what it's about is everything's energy, right? So if you can actually get the energy of the light and then actually use that as a signpost, use that as an energy signpost. So for example, we're going to create now the energy ball of the life that you are choosing. To actually create that. So what I mean by that is or a hangout, even if you really love that person, match the energy. What if you actually had your own back, had a commitment, be committed to your life and say, you know what, no matter what it takes, this is what is going to show up. So even if my best friend asks me to do a hangout with her and it doesn't match the energy, it doesn't matter what she actually perceives or feels or thinks. It's about me being committed to my own life and saying, oh, thank you so much, but no. And not needing to do just close the eyes and let's eyes and just start of the life. So what would you like to create as your life? So really tune into that. What would you like to create? Ball. And now start to get the elements of what you're actually choosing to go into that ball. So what is it that you want? Have lots of money, play music, travel. So please be clear about what you're asking for. So for example, with travel, how often do you want to travel? So just put all of that in there, all the things that you pull energy all over the universe. So ask the universe to contribute. Pull energy from the universe, all over the universe. Pull it into your sphere. And now let trickles go out to all the people who are looking for you, whether they know you or not. And then, guys, it's basically follow anything, like where you're at right now, what you're sensing in your body. You know, people in the past have written things like they feel expansive or they feel tingles, happy, joyful, whatever it is that you're perceiving, whatever's true for you. That's the energy of what you're choosing. So what if today and every other day you actually function from that space? You actually allowed your molecules to perceive that and choose that. And with everything in your life, you know, when you're creating a meal, is this the energy of, does it match? Does this food match the energy of what I'm choosing? You know, and use that, guys, as a signpost. I wonder what would happen if you did. Okay, so the last thing that I wish to share is this clearing from Gary. So what can I be or do different that would create a totally different reality here? So what can I be or do different that would create a totally different reality here? All right, guys, that's about it. So take care, and I will see you next Monday for Choosing Happy. Thank you so much for all the beautiful people that joined me today, and maybe we'll click in the future when this goes up for YouTube. It was just yummy spending time with you. Take care, and I will see you next Monday for Choosing Happy. Everything that is, right, wrong, good, bad, pop, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And one of the things we say in Access is all of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory. So what would it take for your day to be filled with ease, joy and glory? Anything that does not prevent that, everything that prevents that, interesting. Everything that prevents that, will you destroy and uncreate it all, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. So I'll definitely say that again. So what would it take for your day today to be filled with ease, joy and glory? Anything that prevents that from being a reality, will you just try and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, corner, and shorts, boys and beyonds. All right, munchkins, till next Monday, 7 a.m. I look forward to seeing you then. Bye.